Next, so in the process of heap sort, there are two steps. So one is heap construction, and second one is heapify. Okay, first one is heap construction. Sorry, first one is heap construction, and the second one is sorting. That is using the maximum key delete. So please remember these two steps. First one is heap construction. Second one is uh, maximum key delete. Okay. Next, we have to start with the first step. In the first step, there are it contains two substages or two substeps, and in the heap construction, we are using bottom-up approach. We learned that there are two approaches. One is bottom-up approach, other one is top-down approach, and we have seen both of the approaches. Okay, and in this example, I'm going to use bottom-up approach, and it depends on the question. Okay, if it is mentioned in the question about which approach to use, then you are supposed to use that particular approach. So otherwise, you can use any approach. Okay. So in this question, there is no specification as such, and I'm going to use the bottom-up approach. So in bottom-up approach, there are two steps. Two sub-steps are there. So first one is initialize. Second step is heapify. First step is initialize. Second step is heapify. What initialize does, in initialize what you have to do is, we have to take all the numbers from this array from the given list 2, 9, 7, 6, 5, 8, and starting from the root, we have to start filling all the places in the essentially complete binary tree. So first is root, then come to the next level, then enter 9, then comes to the right child of root, then 7. So second level is complete. Then go to the next level, so 6, 5, and 8. So in whichever order the number is given, in the same order, you have to write the numbers in the tree. Now this is the first step, first sub-step in which we have initialized the essentially complete binary tree. Okay. The next step, in the heap construction, we have one more step that is called as heapify. We have to write the same tree on the left hand side like this. And what the heapify algorithm tells, we have to start from the last parental node until you reach the root node. So you should be in a reverse direction. Okay, and starting from last parental node. Last parental node is 7 here. Okay, you have to see whether this 7, for this 7, the parental dominance property holds. So for 7, if you compare with 8, the parental dominance doesn't hold. Okay, and that is why this 8 has to be brought to the place of 7. Okay, and before bringing this 7 to the place of 8, please check whether 8 has any children. If 8 doesn't have any children, directly you can bring 7 to the place of 8. I hope you understood this. So in this step, we are just swapping 7 and 8, and that process is nothing but heapify. Okay, we have heapified one parental node, that is 7. So 8 and 7 are exchanged. So this step is over. So once again, write this result of the first on the left hand side and mark with the arrow mark, which tells that this is the parental node you are considering. Okay, in the previous step, 7 was the parental node. Arrow mark was pointing here. Now 9 is the parental node. Okay. Now check whether for 9 the parental dominance holds. So 9 is greater than both of its children, 6 and 5. So it is true that then the 9 is in the correct position. It holds the parental dominance property. Therefore, no changes in this tree. There is no changes because 9 holds the parental dominance. Go to the next step. Write the tree as it is, the previous step tree as it is, and mark this arrow mark here, which points to 2. Okay. Now what that tells, now you have to check for check the parental dominance for the node 2. Okay. Now listen carefully. Now check whether the parental dominance holds. Check its children. So 9 and 8 both are bigger, isn't it? So root is lesser than its children. So parental dominance doesn't hold. Now the question is, with which child you are supposed to exchange the value of the root. So whether with the left child or the right child. For that you have to compare the left and right. So whichever is bigger, That you have to consider. So 8 and out of 8 and 9, 9 is bigger. Therefore, what you do is you take this 9 and you put to the root position. So 9 is copied to the root position, and assume that 2 is pushed. Sorry, 2 is brought to the position of 9. You have not brought the 2 to the position of 9, but you have to assume that 2 is here in the position of 9. If 2 is here, now you check whether if 2 is here, whether the parental dominance holds. So 6 and 5 are the children. Parental dominance doesn't hold because 2 is lesser. So out of these two, out of 6 and 5, 6 is bigger. Therefore, you have to consider 6. So 6 has to be moved to the position of 9. Okay, that means here, where 2 is assumed to be. So 6 will move up. Now bring that 2 to the position of 6. Bring that 2 to the position of 6 and see that if there is any children for 6. So there is no children, no child for 6, and therefore you can copy this 2 directly to this position 6. Okay, now what happens? 6 has moved to the position of 9, 9 has come to the position of 2, and 2 has come to the position of 6. So that is the output that is there in the right hand side. So now after this step, now we have in the last step we have considered the root node where we have to check the parental dominance. So all the parental node have been checked starting from the last parental node. So minus one still we until we reach the root node. So this, if you look at the output of this step, so this is a heap. The biggest element is at the root node, and it is essentially complete binary tree. And if you take any subtree of this heap, even that subtree is also a heap. Okay, so this is the first stage, which we call it as heap construction. So this is the heap construction stage in which we have converted the given elements into a heap. Okay, and once again to repeat with the heap construction, we are using bottom-up approach, and in that bottom-up approach there are two sub-stages. One is initialize, other one is heapify. Okay, so this is how we should write the output one below the other and one besides the other. Okay, now the next step, the second stage. The second stage is maximum key deletion. Now this is where the sorting happens. Okay, sort using maximum key deletion. So what maximum key deletion step tells? You have to exchange. You have to exchange the root node with the last node, last leaf node. Okay. Now 9 is in the root position, 7 is in the leaf position. You are exchanging 9 with 7. So that I am writing in the next step. Please follow the same procedure that I am following. Don't write it towards the right hand side. So in the first step, just you are exchanging 7 with 9. 7 has come to the root position, 9 has come to the last position. Then what the second step tells in the maximum key deletion, you have to decrease the size of the array by 1. So I have put a box here. I have put a box here means it tells that the array size has been decreased by 1. Whatever that is there in the box should not be considered for the heap. Now the heap consists of only these 5 elements, not this 9. Okay, so reduction is done. After that, what you are supposed to do is you have to apply the heapify algorithm, and you have to check whether the parental dominance for this 7 holds. Okay, for 7. So whether the parental dominance holds, 7 is bigger than left child, but 7 is lesser than the right child. Therefore, it has to be brought down. Okay. Now 8 is moved to the root position, and 7 is brought to the position of 8. Okay. Next. So you are not comparing this 7 is should not be compared with 9, because 9 is out of the heap now. Okay. Now after doing this process, what you get here is once again the heapify process is being done. After heapify process, the next heap is created. Next heap means the next highest node comes to the root position. The next highest element is 8 that has come to the root position. Now what you are supposed to do in the maximum key deletion algorithm, the root node should be swapped with the last leaf. Now last leaf node is 5. 9 is not considered as the leaf here because it is out of the heap. Now it has to be swapped with 5. So 8 and 5 get swapped. After swapping 8 and 5, so this is how it looks. So 5 has come to the root position, 8 has come to the last leaf node. What's the next step? You have to reduce the size of the array by 1. I will put a box for both of this, 8 and 9, telling that the array size has been decreased by 1. So now there are only 4 elements in the heap. Now what is the next step? Next step is heapify. See the root position, see the root element, and see whether the parental dominance holds. So 5 is lesser than both 6 and 7. So parental dominance doesn't hold. Out of 6 and 7, which is highest? Highest is 7. And hence you have to, and hence this 7 has to be brought to the root position. Okay, 7 will go to the position of 5, and 5 will be brought to the position of 7. Okay, so that is you have swapped 7 and 5. Okay, after swapping 7 and 5, so this is the next heap that is created. Next heap means the next largest element has come to the root position. Next, you have to perform the maximum key delete. What the maximum key delete does? You have to swap the root element with the last leaf node. So 2 is the last leaf node. You are swapping with 7. So output of the result of that. So 2 has come to the root position, 7 has come to the leaf position. Now you have to reduce the array by 1. You have to put a box telling that 7, 8 and 9 doesn't belong to the heap. Okay. Next process, heapify on the root node. Check the root node's parental dominance property. So 2 is lesser than 6 as well as 5. So out of 6 and 5, 6 is highest. And hence since 6 is highest, you are supposed to swap with 6. So 6 will go to the root position and 2 will come to the position of 6. So this is the output of the heapify. Okay. Now, what is this result? This is the next heap. Next heap means the next highest element has come to the root position. So next, what you have to do? You have to do the maximum key delete. Maximum key delete means you have to swap the root element with the last element, element. So now 5 is the last leaf element because these 7, 8 and 9 are not the part of the heap. Okay. Now 6 is swapped with 5. Output of that swapping is this. So 5 comes to the root position, 6 comes to the last leaf. You have to reduce the size of the array by 1. Okay. So I have put a box like this. And what is the next step? You have to heapify. So you have to check whether the 5, whether this 5 follows the parental dominance. So 5 is greater than 2. It follows the parental dominance, therefore no heapifying. You're not heapifying. Okay. So that means what? Without heapifying, you have got the next highest element on the next highest element at the root position. So you have not heapified, but what is the next step? You have to swap that with the last leaf node. Okay, you have to swap that with the last leaf node. So 5 will be swapped with 2. 5 will be swapped with 2. So 5 comes to this position and 2 goes to the position of root. So what next? You have to reduce the size of the array by 1. You have to put a box like this. And there is only one element, 2 is left, and that is the end of the sorting. Okay, fine. If there is no doubt, then I hope you have understood this. Okay, and one more thing to tell here is, so in this problem we have used bottom up approach. Bottom up approach is used here. So in some problems they may ask for top down approach, and the top down approach we have learned in the previous this one we have learned in the previous previous class about how to do it. So once again I will just tell that, and later after this class I will post the solved working of the problem in the Google Classroom. So what happens in top down approaches, you have to take this 2 first. Now one by one it has to be taken. In the first step 2 is taken. Okay, what happens in top-down heap construction is, first you have to take the first element, that is 2. Okay, so 2, now 2 you have to make this 2 as the root node, and 2 will be placed in this. Okay, now what in the second step? The second step, you have to take the element 9, right one below the other. This is 9. So 9 has to be in the last position. So only in the first step, only 2 was present. So in the next step, 9 becomes the left child of 2. 9 becomes the left child of 2. After inserting this 9, now check whether the parental dominance holds at this point. So at 9, check at 9. So 9 is greater than its parent. Therefore, what should happen? So this 9 has to be put to the position of 2, and 2 has to be brought to the position of 9. Okay, that I will write in the right hand side. 9 comes to the position of root and 2 comes to the position of 9. Like this it happens. Okay, and in the third step, write the output of the previous step here. So this is 9 and this is 2. So which is the next input? Next input is 7. So what should happen? So you have to take a node 7, take a new node, and you have to put 7 in that, and you have to make that as the last leaf node, which is the last leaf node, that is the right child of 9. So 7 comes here. After you put 7 here, you check whether the parental dominance holds for this 7. So 7, compare it with its parent. So 7 is lesser than its parent, therefore the parental dominance holds. Therefore no need to do any heapify process. Just here there is no changes. Okay. Next step is you have to take all these the output of the previous step element to be inserted. Now then the next element is 6. You have to insert 6. So 6 will come to the last leaf node position. Last leaf node is the left of 2. So here comes 6. I have inserted uh, the 6 in the last leaf node position. So after inserting, check whether the parental dominance holds for this 6. Now 6 is greater than its parent. It is true. Okay, and hence what you should do is you should bring this 2 to the position of 6. 2 should be brought to the position of 6, and 6 should be brought to the position of 2. And before putting this 6 here, check whether if 6 is put here, whether it holds the property when compared with its parent 9. So 6 is lesser than 9, therefore no need to do anything with this 9. 6 comes here and 2 comes here. So this is how uh, step by step in a top-down approach you are doing this. I hope you understood this. So like this, you have to build the tree and you have to construct the heap. Comes 6 and here comes 2. Next, in the next step, what you're supposed to do, you have to take this tree and the next element is 5. So 5 should be made as the last leaf node. The result of the previous step. The next element to be added is the next element is 8. You have added 5, I think. No, 5 is not added. You have to add 5. So 5 has to be put to the last leaf position. Last leaf position is this. So 5 will be put here. After putting 5, you have to check whether the parental dominance holds. 5 compare with its parent. So 5 is lesser than its parent. There, sorry, 5 is yes, 5 is lesser than its parent. Therefore, no changes to be done. No changes to be done, and this 5 is in the correct position. What next? There is no changes. Once again, here there is no changes. Parental dominance holds here. What next? There is one element left. So I'll take some different element. I will take 10. I'll take 10. I have to add 10 for this. So what about 10? 10 has to be put to the last leaf position. Which is the last leaf position? Last leaf position is the left of 7. So left of 7 is the last leaf position. 10 has come to the last leaf position. Now after this, what you have to check is, now check whether the parental dominance holds for this location 10. So 10 is, when compared with its parent, it is greater than its parent 7. So what you should do, you should take this, you should take 7 and you should put it to the position of 10. Okay, now assume that 10 is moved to the position of 7. So if you move 10 to the position of 7, now check whether the parental dominance holds at that position. So 10 is greater than 9 also. Therefore, 9 is brought to the position of 7 here. 9 is brought here, and move this 10 to the root position. So since you have moved to the root position, that is the last step. So finally, here comes 10. Here comes 9. And here comes 7. Okay, hope you understood this. So this is how you have to do the heap construction process by making use of a top-down approach. Any doubts in this? So these are the two approaches. You can use any approach for heap construction. If you are using bottom-up approach, then it contains two steps: initialization and heapify. If you are using a top-down approach, then it contains only one step. That is, you have to add one by one and heapify the heapify the tree, binary tree.